Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Pokemon VGC video where I climb the online rankings and try to become a better competitive battler as I go along. Now, in today's episode, we're going to be bringing the same team as we were yesterday, and we actually picked up a win yesterday in yesterday's episode, and the team's basically just going to consist of Altaria, Amoongus, Suicune, Heatran, Lando, and Aegislash. So, basically just, revolving around that Mega Altaria like we did last week and in yesterday's video. So we're just gonna get right at it, jump on the ladder. I'm basically, splitting wins and losses. We're 4-2 currently. We're trying to get into the 1600s. Hopefully we can get to the 1600s by the end of the week. We are playing a 1449 rated player from Japan, and let's see what we're going to be facing against today. So we have Greninja, we have Gengar. Let me just write his team down really quick. Gengar, we have Polly, again bringing the rain, we have Talonflame, possibly Tailwind. I forget what you're called. You're a second generation grass starter. I can't remember you. I'll just write down second generation grass starter. It's like medium or megamem or something like that. I don't know. And then we have Blastoise, and Blastoise is also notorious for setting up the Tailwind as well. It's kind of a weird move for him to get, but he does get it. So this looks like a actually a pretty powerful rain slash Tailwind team. Definitely going to be speed controlling here. So trying to play around the Tailwind. Again, the Heatran may not be the best of matches against this team, considering the fact that, half of his team is water Pokemon. Greninja getting that Protean may actually help, but still gets a Scald. The only thing I can actually bring down would be that Mega Mem, or whatever the hell it's called. But I do kind of wall its Talonflame. I don't know who he's going to lead with here. He could potentially lead with Gengar to get the Shadow Tag Trap. So who do I want to bring in here? He has a lot of special attackers other than that Talonflame. So if I'm going to be stuck, I want to be stuck with a good team here. Huh. Who do I want to bring? I'm pretty weak against the rain, so I got to start picking here. My time is running down. Huh. Again, we learned that Rage Powder doesn't work, so just gonna lead this, bring Heatran in the back, and I mean, this is a pretty tough one. I mean, that second generation grass starter, I can't believe I can't remember its name. I don't know what it's gonna do. It may set up like the light screen. I've never faced one before, so I don't even know what it's got to offer. So I'm just going to go with the safe lead here. I'm going to go for the Altaria, and I'm going to go for the Amoongus. If I can actually set up my Tailwind, that would be great, because I definitely will outspeed both of his Pokemon. I can't spore his grass starter. So he's got a lot of starters on his team. He's got Greninja, Blastoise, and he's got that little grass guy there. So what does he want to do here? Blastoise actually does get the Rock Slide, but it's not going to do anything. He's probably a special attacker anyway. Probably Mega Blastoise. So I could Giga Drain the Blastoise slot. I could do that. Who would he want to switch into? He could possibly switch into Talonflame or Gengar. Probably wouldn't do too much. Most likely switch into Talonflame. Could go for the Ice Beam. So I'm just gonna go for the safe play, go for the Tailwind, and I'm gonna go for the Spore. I'm gonna go for the Spore on the Blastoise slot. Is that Quick Claw? Quick Claw. Okay, it's the first time I've seen that in VGC. Okay, so, I mean, we are playing with relatively low-ranking players, so they probably are along the spectrum of not knowing the VGC metagame as well as others may. I mean, I don't know it as well as Grass Pledge. Okay, so we have a... Okay. We have a Pledge team. Wow, that did a lot of damage for not being very effective. And we are in a swamp. Usually Okay, so I'm going to get the Tailwind up. Usually we see the Grass Fire Pledge with Venusaur and Mega Charizard Y, but that's a first for me. I've never seen the pledge go off. So we're going to get my Tailwind up. I'm going to be able to outspeed both of his Pokemon. I think I was originally going to be able to outspeed both his Pokemon anyway. That's why the Grass Starter probably has that Quick Claw on it, because it's so slow, and I outspeed its Blastoise by default anyway. I actually may be able to outspeed with my Amoongus here. So he probably doesn't know that I have Fire Blast. I'm going to actually go ahead and go with the Fire Blast right there on the Amoongus, and go for the safe Giga Drain onto his Blastoise. I mean, we got the Grass Pledge here. Okay, so it's not going to do that much damage, because it's not going to be able to combine with Blastoise's Water Pledge. So let's see how this turn plays out. I am actually going to connect the Fire Blast onto that Grass Starter, and I know that it's very, very specially defensive, and it probably has a lot of HP. So I'm going to be able to get a that's a nice Giga Drain right there. That's a 3-hit KO. So see here. Now, will Blastoise actually stay asleep for this next turn, get a word in turn sleep? I've been not having a lot of luck with the Spore. Pokemon have been actually waking up fairly quickly. So my thing is here, do I want to go for the Hyper Voice Giga Drain play to try to knock out that Blastoise? I don't know whether or not the Hyper Voice would be able to do enough damage to put it in Giga Drain range, because I don't think the Grass Starter really isn't a threat to my team right now, because I have the Heat Trainer in the back that can take care of it very easily, and my Amoongus just walls it. I don't know what other attack it has other than that Grass Pledge, but my Amoongus does very, very well against it. Even though I can't really Spore it, I could still get the Giga Drains off and then throw my Heat Train out there. So I'm gonna try to get rid of Blastoise here. I'm gonna go for the Hyper Voice and the Giga Drain play. He's most likely gonna switch out his Blastoise. Whatever switches into, he's gonna go for the Synthesis. Okay, so he's Grass Pledge. He has Synthesis. This is the first time I'm playing against this thing, so I don't really know what it has to offer and what VG sets it does have for it. I don't know whether or not it's actually used typically in VGC, unless it's just on this guy's team. But I'm just going to put in Giga Drain range. Okay, so I'm actually going to be able to take out that Blastoise, which is very, very nice. So he's down one Pokemon, got rid of a Pokemon. So I don't know who he has in the back. I don't know why he wouldn't have wanted to switched in to Gengar or Talonflame. Okay, so he has Greninja in the back, so he took care of Blastoise. He actually may have Greninja and Poly in the back. That's probably why he didn't want to switch out the Talonflame or Gengar, because he doesn't even have them. So he may have the Greninja and the Poly in the back, and that's why he didn't want to switch into a Giga Drain. So if that's the case, I don't know why he didn't bring the Talonflame and the Gengar, because they fare very nicely against my Amoongus, and my Amoongus pretty much does well against his entire team, and that's a misplay on his part. So my Amoongus is at full health, doing work right here, picking up the knockout, and I don't know what this Greninja actually wants to do. Probably go for the Ice Beam on my Altaria. Won't knock out the Altaria. I could, unless it could, because it could be Life Orb. So it could be a Life Orb variant. Am I faster? Greninja actually has no priority moves, so he's not going to be able to get the Protean off. I'm gonna go for the Hyper Voice. He's not going to be able to get the Protean off before I go for. I'm gonna go for. I don't know why I picked Spore right there. Okay, so he goes for the Ice Beam on the Amoongus. That's not gonna pick up the KO. So I don't necessarily. Did my Tailwind run out? See, this is why you got to pay attention. Count your Tailwind. This is kind of casual play right here, but count your Tailwinds, because I had it in my head that I was going to be able to outspeed this Greninja with my Altaria. It's not going to be the case, because I guess Tailwind actually petered out. So your Tailwind petered out on your team. So I guess I'm not faster than that Greninja. That's questionable, because my Altaria actually has 60 EVs invested in speed, which would put it over 100 and something, which would make it a lot faster than the Greninja. So I don't know how that Greninja outspeeded me, to be completely honest with you. I'm pretty confident in my EV spread and all of my Pokemon, or else I wouldn't have went for that play to begin with. But that's Pokemon for you. It's going to happen, and misplays are going to happen. That's why you play the best of set of 3 in actual tournaments. We're just playing casually online, just trying to figure out the sets that other Pokemon may be running. So I'm going to bank on. Okay, his grass guy. His grass guy can't do anything to either of my Pokemon. So what do I want to do here? Let's go for another Fire Blast onto him, and then Giga Drain the Grass Greninja. Okay, Greninja's gonna stay asleep. We're gonna pick up the knockout on the Greninja, unless... Okay, and we're gonna get the Fire Blast off. Alright, good. So we're gonna get the Fire Blast off. That's good. That is good. That's very, very good. So, the Grass Pledge onto Amoongus. Not gonna knock out the Amoongus. That's not gonna do anything to the Amoongus, so... Amoongus putting in a lot of work in this video, completely walling his team. He took that Ice Beam, not have... Well, he has 4 EVs in Special Defense. 248, 44 in HP. So I kind of like... I have a weird Amoongus set, but I have my reasons behind why I have the EV spread the way it is. And he does have the Poly. He does have the Poly in the back. That's unfortunate for him because... he could have definitely brought his Talonflame and Gengar. It would have helped him out tremendously. Gengar could have completely destroyed my entire team other than my Heatran. And his Talonflame could have actually done a lot of damage to my team. I don't know why he brought 3 Water Pokemon and his Grass Daughter, knowing that I have an Amoongus, Altaria, Heatran. I don't know, but let's get on with the video here. I don't know whether or not I want to risk another... Fire Blast missing, so I'm just going to go for the safe Hyper Voice. And does he want to protect with his Politoed? He may actually want to go for the Ice Beam. In his position, there wouldn't be any point to go for the Protect. He has to make risky plays. He has to go for attack, so he's not going to protect, at least from what I would do from his perspective. So I don't think he's going to go for the Protect. He may go for the Ice Beam on the Amoongus. If so, I'm going to sack the Amoongus. Match was forfeited, so he didn't necessarily have to forfeit the match right there. Because he could have definitely picked up the KO on the Amoongus. He would have got rid of the Amoongus. I had Heatran, and who else did I bring? I brought Suicune. Suicune actually could have picked up the Amoongus on could have picked up the KO on his Grass Starter. But I don't know, he didn't necessarily have to quit. I don't like quitting matches either. I like to basically just go to the end and see what happens and see if I can actually pull out a win at the end, even though it does look dismal. But he definitely didn't have to quit. So that was kind of a quick match. So hell, let's do another match. This is Tuesday anyway, so I'm not posting any other videos today, so this may be a trend. Like the days that I only post Pokemon videos on the YouTube, I may actually just do 2 battles opposed to 1 when I post like Mario Kart videos on Mondays and Fridays and Let's Plays on Wednesdays. So Tuesdays and Thursdays, and maybe, you know, doing 2 battles. I mean, it does seem right. But we have 1544 trying to get up there. We're playing a 78 player from Oklahoma, United States. Let's see what he has to offer. He has the Klefki. Okay, so he has the Klefki. We're going back to VGC 2014 right here. So we have Klefki, we have Lapras. We can do a lot of work, especially the other water Pokemon, because of that Dry Freeze. And he has a Smeargle, probably Dark Void Smeargle, Raichu. We're probably going to see the Fake Out on the Raichu, Fake Out on the Infernape, and Gengar. Gengar is a very, very popular in VGC. It's just very, very well-rounded player. Pokemon, now that it actually gets the Icy Wind through the move tutors. Okay, so what do I want to take from his team here? Say if he does lead with the Smeargle, if I had a Taunter on my team, especially Thunderous Prankster, that would be great because it could just basically shut down the Smeargle. But unfortunately, I don't have any Taunters on my team. I try to play around the Prankster Pokemon. So he may actually be like, oh cool, I'm going to actually lead with the Smeargle, lead with one of my Fake Out Pokemon, so I could potentially Fake Out a Pokemon and get the Dark Void off. So that sucks. I don't really have a way around it. And he has a freaking, probably a Power Fusing Prankster Klefki. This is an interesting team. I really, really am at a loss for this team right now. So what do I want to do? What do I want to do? How the hell am I going to get around this Dark Void? How am I going to get around this Dark Void? Huh. I think I may want to lead two protecting Pokemon so I can shut down. Alright, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring the Lando in the back to shut down the Raichu and the Power Fusing Klefki. Who's my last Pokemon? I'm going to bring Suicune. Suicune's a very, very bulky Pokemon. Very, very good support Pokemon with that Snarl. Shut down his special attacker. So that's what we're going to do. I have to get better at doing the team previews, because the team previews is probably the hardest part of actually doing the matches. Kind of reading what your opponent's going to do. He's going to lead with a fake outer and his Smeargle. Most likely go for the fake out and try the Dark Void. I'm not going to let that happen. I'm going to double protect right off the bat, just so I could shut that down so I don't get faked out. So, after my first turn, what do I want to do? Let's actually consume some of the command time, so we can figure out what we want to do for our second turn, so we can have more time. Alright, so he's definitely going to go for the fake out play, most likely on my Altaria, because there's no way my Amoongus is going to outspeed his Smeargle, so he's probably not even worrying about that. Smeargle not being the fastest Pokemon, I have actually seen Choice Scarfed Dark Voiding Smeargles, just so they can get off an extremely quick Dark Void and just double sleep both of the opposing Pokemon, and usually, again, does lead with a fake outer. So, you know what, let's just go for the double protect, obviously. I don't know, does he have any? He doesn't have any weather Pokemon, so I don't think I need to worry about the missing Cloud 9. So I'm going to go ahead and Mega Evolve, and I'm going to double protect, anticipating the fake out and the Dark Void. That's probably what he's going to go for. If he doesn't go for the Dark Void, it's interesting what kind of set this Smeargle has. Okay, so I'm going to protect with both of my Pokemon. Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got going on. And, let's see. Raichu fake out, obviously. Goes over to fake out on the Amoongus, and he goes for the Dark Void. So I seen that coming from a mile away, and just unfortunately my team doesn't have a very good way to shut down the Dark Voiding Smeargle. So he could go for this is gonna be a freaking annoying ass Raichu. This is gonna be a Nuzzle Raichu. Nuzzle fake out Raichu. Okay. He's gonna go for the Nuzzle on my. He's gonna go for the Nuzzle on my Altaria. That's what he's definitely gonna do. My biggest concern is going to sleep. If he puts me to sleep, I don't know. If he wants to put me to sleep, he's not going to be able to paralyze me, so I don't know whether or not he would want to go for that play. So he could just go for the straight-up Thunderbolt. It's not going to do much to either one of my Pokemon, but, I mean, I can't really do anything here, so, I mean, I can't really shut down the Dark Void. I want to go for Spore. Spore! Did we get it off? Did we get it off? He's going to go for the Dark Void. He's going to go for the Dark Void. How am I going to play around this? Hell am I going to play around this? Okay, he's going to go for the Volt Switch. Are you Life Orbed? Are you not? You're probably Focus Sashed. You're Focus Sashed. Maybe. I don't know. But the Dark Void. This is why we play on Battle Spot. If you want to go compete in VGC battles, in tournaments, premier events, regionals, this is what you have to do. You have to test your team out on Battle Spot. That's why losses really don't make competitive VGC battlers mad, because losses make you a better player, okay? So now I don't really have a way around Smeargle Dark Voiding his ass off, so that's something I should definitely try to build around. Maybe put like a Taunter, a Prankster Taunter on my team, maybe like Thunders. But that's beside the point right now. We are going to try to get out of this. This sucks. This sucks. He's gonna go for the Flare Blitz or some kind of move on my Infernape. Okay, I'm going to get the Intimidate off on his Infernape. He's probably going to go for a Fire type attack. It's definitely not going to KO my Lando. And he's going to put his Lapras in there. So let's see how this works out. Let's see how this works out. I'm playing out of a hole right now, so this is going to have to be really risky. I'm going to be doing risky plays here. So he's going to for the Flare Blitz. Obviously, he's going to do a lot of damage to himself. I am Choice Scarfed. It's not going to KO. Oh, it's going to burn me. It's going to burn me. Okay, so kind of getting screwed over this entire match here. So you're going to have matches like this. This is Pokemon, unfortunately. So he's going to go for the ice type attack onto my Altaria. And he's going to go for the ice type attack on my Lando because my Altaria is kind of crippled being asleep anyway. So, fricker. I'm going to go for the Tailwind. I'm going to go for the Tailwind with my Altaria banking to wake up right here. He's going to target. He's not going to double down. He doesn't have to double down on my Landers. He's just going to knock it out with the Lapras. Ah, frick. That sucks. That sucks. I know I can outspeed both of them, but even if I Earthquake, it's still not going to pick up the KO. Damn it. Huh. Okay, so I have no other choice. I literally have no other choice. I'm going to go for the superpower onto the Lapras because if I Earthquake, I can actually do damage to my... He's going to go for the Mach Punch. It's not going to KO. Yeah, it's not going to KO. Oh, he's Life Orb. Life Orb, okay, it's good to know. And this should just do... I'm just trying to do chip damage to the Lapras because I know the Lapras is very, very, very defensive. And it has a lot of HP. And he's just going to knock out my Landorus. I'm going to get another turn of sleep. 2 turns of sleep. He's going to freeze dry. Who's he going to go? He's going to target the Altaria. Okay. Okay. So who could he have? Okay, so he has Smeargle, he has Lapras, Infernape, and he has Raichu. Okay, so I don't need the Intimidate anymore. I don't. Okay, Altaria, this is what you're going to do. You're going to wake up. Okay, you're going to wake up, you're going to protect. I'm going to Earthquake. Ah, Choice Scarfed. You got to be kidding me. Choice Scarfed. That did a lot of damage. That Freeze Dry did a lot of damage. Can I pull this one out? Can I pull this one out with the Pokemon that I have in the back? I have Amoongus and I have Suicune. This is unfortunately looking like it's going to be a loss. Alright, so what am I going to... Gonna go for the Hyper Voice. Gonna go for the Superpowers. Most likely gonna go to Mach Punch. It's gonna withdraw Infernape. That's actually a good play on his part, because I'm gonna go for the Superpower on the Lapras. He's probably getting ready to set up for another Dark Void with his Fake Outing Raichu. He's gonna go for another Freeze Dry. Unless I can wake up. And Hyper Voice. Will this pick out the... Oh, it's not gonna pick up the KO. It's not gonna pick up the KO, but I did a lot of damage to his Raichu. He's gonna fake out my Lando unless I die from the burn right here. I'm not gonna die from the burn. I'm gonna survive with 3 HP. What do I do? What do I do? Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna switch in. I'm gonna switch into Suicune. I'm gonna switch into Suicune because if he fake outs my Landorus, if he fakes out my Landorus, I'm gonna pick up the KO with my Suicune onto his Lapras. If he goes for the fake out on my Suicune, I'm gonna pick up the KO with my Landorus. Who's more of a threat? This Lapras is definitely more of a threat. I'm gonna go for it on the Lapras. Okay, so he could... Okay, so he has the Infernape and he has the Smeargle in the back. I'm gonna go for the Scald. I'm gonna go for the Superpower onto the Lapras. Fake out. Okay. He's gonna fake out my Landorus. So that's fine. I'm gonna outspeed this Lapras anyway. I'm gonna pick up the KO on the Lapras. Lapras has actually done its job in this battle. You have leftovers? Shell Bell. Shell Bell. That's weird. That's the first time I've seen. What? What am I? That's it. That's it for. Ah, my God. Gotta be kidding me. Water Absorb Lapras. Water Absorb Lapras. See, now, this is why you have to consistently play Battle Spot. Know the abilities of the other Pokemon. Oh my god. You've got to be kidding me. Okay. Alright. I'm at a loss for words. I just completely embarrassed myself right there. That Lapras should be gone. Should have never done that much to my Suicune. I should still have my Citrus Berry. That's unfortunately just going to seal the deal right here. That's going to just completely... I'm really disappointed in myself. I really am. Can't do much here. I can't. So... He's going to go for the Volt Switch. It shouldn't pick up the KO. And he's going to bring in, I guess, his Smeargle. There's no reason for him not to switch in his Smeargle. I'm not even going to get the KO with this Giga Drain on this Lapras. Oh, why did I ever? Why did I ever think that would be a good idea? I should get the KO onto this Infernape, though, so that's one good thing. I mean... I don't know why I didn't switch into his Smeargle. Smeargle is typically Focus Sash. He would have definitely lived that and been able to get a Dark Void off. He's going to go for the Freeze Dry on the Amoongus. I got to start thinking it about... You kidding me? Are you kidding me? I could have won this. I could have won this freaking match. What's he gonna do? He's gonna go for the Freeze Dry, obviously. Okay, so... How much damage did that... Okay, so... Alright. That's not gonna... For another Freeze Dry is not gonna be able to KO my Amoongus unless it gets a crit. You know, it might be. I don't know. I didn't calculate in the Giga Drain. Alright. This is what I'm going to have to do. This is what I am going to have to do. I'm going to protect with my Amoongus. He's going to Dark Void, obviously. That's what he's going to do. I'm going to protect with my Amoongus. He's not going to be able to Dark Void me. He's going to go for the Freeze Dry onto my Amoongus. That's what I'm hoping he does. Because if he doesn't, I'm screwed. And I'm going to pick up the KO on this Lapras. That's what I'm hoping for. And I'm hoping this Dark Void will miss. Transform! Okay. Okay. Alright. That kind of sucks. Because he transforms into my Amoongus. He's going to swarm my Suicune. He could just Giga Drain my Suicune. And he still has Raichu. Frick. I forgot about that. Oh, I should have saved Protect for the next turn. Oh my god. I should really consider putting Protect on the Suicune. I should really consider that. Suicune is just a naturally bulky Pokemon, so I didn't think I would need it, but I need it. I really do need it. He's gonna knock out my... Huh. I don't know. No. I'm gonna outspeed his Smeargle. I'm gonna go for the Scald, and I'm gonna Rage Powder. He's gonna go for the Volt Switch, most likely. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. Oh, the Fake Out! I forgot. I'm still gonna pick up the KO though on his Raichu, unless his Smeargle is all of a sudden faster than me. Are you gonna go for the Giga Drain? Are you gonna go for the Giga Drain? You went for the Giga Drain. I could have won this. Oh my god. There's no point in pouting over it now because that's my own fault. It's my own fault. Can't Spore me. There's no point in Rage Powdering. This is gonna be a Giga Drain war. This is going to be a Giga Drain war. If you were a physical typing the physical attacking Amoongus, I would win this because I have Rocky Helmet, but unfortunately that's not going to be the case because we're just going to be Giga Draining back and forth, obviously. He's going to win. There's no reason why he can't win. So he's going to outspeed me, obviously. This is crazy. Who has more special attack investment? Oh my god, this is great. This is stupid. Who's gonna run out? Oh man, who's gonna run out? He's gonna protect. Watch, he's gonna protect. I'm gonna protect. This is gonna be actually when you transform, I believe you get half PP. So he's gonna probably protect. I'm gonna go for the safe Giga Drain because I have more Giga Drains than he has. He's gonna go for another Giga Drain. This is gonna come down to some of you may be saying to me that why don't you just quit, respect the other player. He deserves the win. He does deserve the win, but I mean, it comes down to basically, you know, I want to win this so I can get the ranking. I want to get more points. I want to get into that 1600. I mean, he has no moves left, so he's going to struggle. So this is what I was actually hoping for. And I was protecting myself. I shouldn't have protected right there. So he has no moves left, so he's going to struggle. And he's going to get... He should get hit with the Rocky Helmet. He's going to get hit with the Rocky Helmet. He's going to get hit with the struggle. I'm going to get a Giga Drain off. Oh my god. I actually should have won this anyway, and I'm actually going to be able to get the win. And this is going to be a crazy win. Unless he gets like a crit out of nowhere and it does just instant KOs me. So this should be it. This should be the game right here. That is crazy. That is the craziest win I have had on BattleSpot. That is the craziest win I've had on BattleSpot. Holy crap. Why did I scold that Lapras? I know not to do that now. I know since the last episode not to Rage Powder in the rain. Like I said, this is all a learning process for me. For anyone when you do VGC battling on the BattleSpot. This is why you do BattleSpot, so you can train and test your teams out and learn the many different abilities in the other teams and movesets of the other Pokemon that you're facing. So when you do go to a tournament, you do the best of 3, you know what the other team is going to have and what they have to offer and what you should not be doing. But that is a crazy win. Ha 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 ha. Oh man. Anyway. That's going to be it for this episode, this Tuesday's episode. Look forward to another episode tomorrow. Most likely just going to be one battle because I'm going to be putting a Let's Play of Banjo-Kazooie. So look forward to that. Banjo-Kazooie, I'm going to be getting back into that because that was one of my favorite N64 games for the N64 as a child. And, you know, with Ukulele being announced, I definitely really want to get on that and play that. So today, 2 crazy matches. Hopefully we have another crazy one tomorrow and we pick up another win tomorrow so we can climb higher in the rankings so we can play with the big leagues. But that's it for this video, guys. Thank you for joining me for watching another episode of Pokemon VGC 2015. I'll be back tomorrow with another video. See you guys tomorrow. Take care.